Hi guys, welcome to this quick review of the techniques we did in week 1 of the Level 1 course. Let's go over dipping. Now dipping is found in almost every single Bollywood dance choreography and my choreography is no exception. So the trick with dipping is this raised releve foot is going to be my and count and this foot is going to be my meter. What is the meter? When you're listening to the music, it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your meter. Now, this being the and means if we were going 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's break it down slowly. When we go into our dipping step, a common mistake I see, and I'm just going to reveal my ankle for free, okay, is people dropping their heel as they're dipping. We don't want to do that. You have to imagine you're wearing one stiletto, it was a big night out, and you don't know where the other one's gone. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to give you more strength eventually through your foot and also through your calf, okay? Which is what we want to build. We don't want to build bad habits. That's a bad foundation to stack things upon. All right, so and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Another common mistake I see is instead of going toe flat, toe flat, toe flat, toe flat, as I'm doing, people do this instead. Let me reveal the other ankle for free. All right, so people do this. All right, so this is called mincing. And while it's lovely, it is different from dipping. So we want to maintain one foot flat and one foot up on its toes. Let's try the other leg, okay? 5, 6, this is now our and. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's our dipping. Let's go through our triple step. This is one of our beginner basics. Okay, how does the triple step happen? It's a bit like dipping. Flat foot, toe, flat. 3 and 4. Right, left, right. Left, right, left. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. Let's try our triple step a bit faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, go down, up, down, down, up, down. So it's 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 1 and 2. Don't worry about the counting. 5 and 6, 7, 8. That's our triple step. Before we begin, let's discuss a little theory. Now, when we're performing, I want you to imagine that just when you fully outreach your hands, just beyond your fingertips, you're inside an invisible glass box. So we've got points of space that are above us, in front of us, in the center, and that's in line with our chest, and below. So there's 9 points in front of us, 9 points that go through our body, so one being in the center of our body, below our feet, and over here where your arms can extend, and also in your back corners. When we're doing anything with a Kathak influence, it's very important to think of these lines in space because that's where we are aiming our hand, and that's the difference between doing something like this or doing something like this or doing something like this or doing something like this and just throwing it away, okay? So we want to be very, very intentional with our movements and very, very mindful. Hand placement is very important. So in a Kathak-based choreography, you will use mainly 2 hastas or hand gestures. So the first one is a rala. So you're going to make a ring using your pointer finger and your thumb, and you're keeping your thumb long. By that I mean I'm not doing this, because that would be something else. I'm not doing this or this, like everything is okay. I'm keeping my thumb quite long and I'm just relaxing my hands, going through the center line of my chest. If you were to draw a straight line, it should go from elbow to elbow through your chest. Now, a mistake I often commonly see dancers do is start to do something like this. Here we're loading up our trapezius, which honestly, with computer usage, mobile usage, and daily stress, is not necessary. Or I see elbows dropping here, so we look like a Tyrannosaurus going shopping. We don't want that. We want to keep a lovely even line. Feel your shoulder blades connect behind your chest, supporting your upper back. That's exactly what we want. Now this position is called Utpatti position, which is the birth of something. So in this case, it's where the movement is birthed from. As soon as the hand comes from the Utpatti position, your hand opens up into Pataka. So straight away, I've got a flat hand. When I say a flat hand, I mean fingers stuck together with glue. So you don't want to have your hand just come out or even have like a rogue thumb or pinky or something like that. Be very, very intentional. Press those fingers together. Not only is that good for aesthetics, it's also good for form. What do I mean by that? If I put my hand on my extensors, which are here in our arm, press your fingers together, you'll feel those muscles engage, okay? So that's going to give you really lovely control compared to just letting your hands flop around and letting them do whatever. Okay, so let's review. We've got Utpatti. As soon as we move away from the center, we've got Pataka, so a flat hand, fingers stuck together with glue. We are guided by the wrist as we come back into the center to find Utpatti again. So just like I just did on the right-hand side, I'm going to do it on the left, like I'm throwing a frisbee, and I'm guided by the wrist to come back in. Let me go out slower. So guided by the wrist, imagine you're kind of moving against the water, and finish it with your fingertips. Guided by the wrist, imagine that you're kind of pressing your fingers against the glass, and finish it right at the end. Lovely. So that's our basic movement. All right, I'm going to run through two common hand gestures. The first is called Urdhva Hasta Chakra. Okay, so we're going to go Urdhva, up, Hasta is the hand, and Chakra is a circle, all right? It's going to go up your invisible line. So, you know how before we said we're speaking at a podium, hands are here? Notice how they're not connected at the fingers, right? They're separate, okay? Giving you good space. This invisible line through the center of my chest is where my hand's going to travel up, all right? Notice if I were to draw a line, my wrist should be connecting to that. I'm going to first flip my hand forward like I'm throwing a frisbee. Flip, rotate, and when I rotate, I want to really focus on my wrist, not moving from that line. So we go up, we flip, we rotate. Okay, and then as I am coming down, I'm leading with my pinky finger, so it's not pressing up against the front, the pinky finger is leading, and that's a very small subtlety, so it's okay if you don't get it straight away, especially in level 1. And we're going to come down the window to come back into Utpatti. Let's do our right again. So we go up, rotate, down we come. I'm going to redo that. Let's do that again. We bring it up, we flip the hand like you're throwing something to the front, we rotate, and we bring it down. Cool. Let's try it on the left. Up, flip, rotate, down. Good job. Let's do it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can follow it by looking up and lifting our sternum, giving us lovely extension. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is Urdhva Hasta Chakra. Let's break down Pushpak. So what is Pushpak? It's this beautiful, fancy gesture of our hands that gives the impression of a rotating lotus. So how do we make this happen? We leave Utpatti and straight away go into Pataka. We've got the backs of our hands together. From here, we're going to take our left nails forward and the right hand is going to go back with our palm. So it should look like this if we were to bring it in the front. Take it back up here. Lovely. From here, we're going to turn. Let's just focus on the left for a second. We're going to turn it so it's going forward, like you're again flipping that frisbee. If you've just done Urdhva Hasta Chakra, we're here together. Flip, and you're going to rotate it, okay? So we're here, the nails go forward, and then this is going to flip your wrists kind of like you're applying perfume. Okay, so we're here, flip the wrists, bring the wrists together as fast as you can, and you notice an organic rotation has occurred, hopefully with you. And if we were to just do one, we're going to take it down. Imagine your Utpatti is like leaves resting on the water. So it's just floating on the top, okay? Really lovely and elegant. Lift it up. Backs of your hands, left nails forward, little check. Wrists together, rotate. Bring it down to settle on the water. When we do this, let's press our shoulders down and let's try and avoid this common mistake. Okay, so we're going to try and keep the elbows framing your face. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when you start, you will have your wrists together. As you progress, you don't want to actually keep your wrists together. Something to remember. And that is pushpak. So let's discuss Vyapti. So what is Vyapti? It refers to expansiveness of movement. So how do our hands begin? Of course they begin in Utpatti. Our hands drop, and notice how our elbows are dropped, okay? We talked about a common mistake of dropping our elbows before. It doesn't apply to everything, okay? So the elbows drop, the hands flip, the movement is initiated, hands go over your shoulder to return into the center. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Let's add one step to it. We're going to take our left foot behind our right, but keep both knees bent. 1, 2, back. 3, 2, 3. Good job. One more. And 2, 3, and 4. You might notice I'm following it with my eyes. You can add that as well. Now let's try and do it with 3 steps. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The feet are left, right, left, right, left, right. And that's Vyapti. Let's go over a 4-step turn. Now, generally throughout a Kathak-based choreography, your legs will be turned out. Now notice I've said legs, not feet. Why? Because sometimes when people hear feet turn out, they think they need to go as wide as possible to win. You don't need to win anything here. The best win is to be able to dance into old age, okay? And we do that by making sure that our rotation begins at our hips. We've got these little rotator muscles that help turn our entire leg out, and then our feet is corresponding to those, okay? So we want to kind of have a little bit of a hip and foot connection whenever we dance. Now, when we're doing our turn, the footwork is like a letter T. So we're going to take, so if this is the base of my T on my left foot, I'm going to take my right foot and let it be the top of my T. Now notice I'm not doing this, okay? This, all right? That would be a backwards letter L or a 7. We don't want that. We want to put the arch of our foot right where the toes are. 1. Lovely. Now we're going to do V because it's easy to remember. T, V, V. And we're facing the back. Let's take it again. So toes in line of the arch of your right, and then V. Open up with your left, okay? T, V. Nice and easy. Ready? So we go T and V. Then we're going to look. We're adding something called spotting. T and V. Okay? So when you look, I want you to whip your head around like someone slapped you really hard in the face. Hopefully you have 0 experience of this in real life. All right? So just think of it conceptually. We're going to go across T, V, look, T, V. When you look, I don't want you to take in, oh, there's the wall, there's the ceiling, there's my friend's room, etc. I want you to just whip your head around and see nothing else except the thing that you're spotting in the front. If that's a mirror, then you're looking at yourself. If that's a point on the wall, even better. Make sure it's not a point on the floor, otherwise that's where you're going to go. Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7, go. T and V, look, T and V. Let's add some hands to it. Hands are open. Right hand is right in front of our right shoulder. Left hand is going towards my back corner in my invisible box. So I'm going to go out. On 2, I'm going to pull in. 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, if this feels really discombobulated, like you're really off balance, check in with your posture. Make sure your booty's not arching back, it's underneath you. You feel even weight in your big toe, little toe, and heel on both feet. Rib cage is closed off. Ears are in line with shoulders, okay? So nice and tall while we do this. As we open here, we don't want to reach forward, okay? So we don't want to let everything go. That's too expansive, okay? We want to reach gently, pull it in, and turn, and lovely. Let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, and go T, and V, turn, T, and V. That's a 4-step chakra. The final thing we covered in week 1 of our level 1 course is a half turn. Okay, when we do this, let's bend our knees a little. Our feet are in a position called swastik. Okay, so it's a cross. Our left foot is on its toe. What we're going to do is we're going to take our weight onto our heels. So bring our heels together to face the back. Then we're going to keep the weight on the left heel and open it up and bring your weight onto your right toes. So it's a little bit of complex this, particularly because it's with our feet. Let's do it again. So we start off in swastika. Bend those knees, not soften, bend. Ready? 5, 6, 7, face the back, weight into your heel, and open up, okay? Let me do it facing the side. Ready? So I'm here, left foot is on its toe. I'm going to go onto my heels, and now I'm going to keep my weight on my left heel and onto the right toe to open up. Now, you don't normally pause. The pause is just for the learning, okay? So if we were to do it without a pause, be 1, 2. And that's our half turn.